If you're currently charging a minimum for your design services and you want to start charging a lot more for your projects, find out how you can do that just by watching to the end of this video. Hey guys, it's Arno. I'm a freelance designer helping you take your freelancing game to the next level. So there's two main types of pricing structures. There's penetration pricing and there's value-based pricing. I'm going to dive into both in this video, and I'll explain to you why it's important to know both before you can start charging more. So if you have any questions, just leave them down below and I'll do my very best to try to answer all of them. So the first strategy is penetration pricing. You probably see yourself under this category if you're currently watching this video. Whether you know it or not, you are currently underpricing the market that you see yourself in. Whether you're doing a web design or a logo design, as I said, you're currently pricing below what is usually charged for these services, whether that's through Upwork or just knowing family members. That's why you're currently charging so low. With this pricing method, you're capable of working under a lot of clients, but as you probably know, that's really exhausting and it takes a lot of time to develop these projects. And while you're working under so many clients, it's hard to deliver quality and value to every single one of them while still charging such a low rate and trying to make a living out of it. This is a great way to build a client base and to build up your portfolio. I actually just launched a recent video on how you can build your portfolio with absolutely no work, and you can just watch that up here if you need to learn a little bit more about that. So if you're using this pricing method, you're probably charging clients who have a very tight budget and need their solution done by very cheap and by very fast if they can. In the beginning, this might be a great way to build up your portfolio, as I said, and your client base, but in the long run, it's not a way to do things. And that's simply because it's a lot harder to be profitable as a freelancer or just as a business. So if you want to raise your prices, you need to use a method called the value-based pricing. So I learned about this structure by Chris Do and Ran Segal, two other huge designers on YouTube. And they talk about the two different spectrums of value-based pricing and a very cheap penetration pricing. This is the other side of the spectrum where you see freelancers and agencies charging tens of thousands of dollars for websites or for logos, something that you are currently doing, but you can't seem to be charging that much. So one of the main things that I learned is that clients who are willing to pay thousands of dollars for a project are more likely to be worried about the actual problem itself than the current budget that they're going to spend on you. So value-based pricing is a structure that primarily depends on the perceived value of what that object is. This is a pricing structure that a lot of brands use to sell higher end product and services, and that is exactly what you're trying to do as a freelancer and as a business owner. So in our case, as freelancers, what's objective and what's up for grabs for value is the problem that the client has or the business has. The thing is that this doesn't necessarily have to be about money, whether it's about generating leads or sales. It can also be about stylistic choices. It can be about comfort. The thing is that the problem isn't always quantifiable. It can sometimes be abstract or even based on the client's opinion. So if you go down this route, your skills should no doubt be in line with industry standards and also be able to solve problems that the company may have or even certain ones that may come up. So why would a company rather pay a lot of money for a designer when they can get it for cheaper on sites like Upwork or Fiverr? There's one saying where it's cheaper to do it once than to pay someone to do it twice. What that means is that if it's more expensive to have it done faster and better by a real professional than to pay less for someone who doesn't exactly know what they're doing, then you'd rather pay a lot of money for someone who just knows exactly what they're doing. They've done it a million times and they can get there and operate on the problem. So can you deliver on the promises that you make? Are you fast? Are you reliable? And are you secure to work with if they do end up hiring you for a lot more money? So in order to do this method, you need to figure out a few things. Who are they? Why do they need this project? What are they trying to get from this project? What do they expect when they do this project? And most importantly, why do they need you as their main designer? Use your best attributes as a designer for a reason for them to hire you. So can you guarantee that this project will be delivered in a certain period of time, a lot faster than anyone else can? Can you guarantee that this will derive for a solution? Can you guarantee that this will bring in more sales? Can you guarantee that this will generate $1 million, for example? Do this for the first client that you get in this method, and that will refer you to more clients and more clients. As soon as you start charging clients for value-based pricing, instead of the cost-based pricing that you were used to doing, you'll be able to work a lot less and a lot better. What I mean by that is you'll be able to focus your time and your energy into one project and one problem instead of splitting yourself into 10 different areas. So the next time that a client refers you by value-based pricing, you can then charge as much as you did to them or more. You can now charge more because you have more experience and you are now the guy to go to for that area or that problem. If you're just getting started in freelancing and you need a way to get clients today, right now, in the current situation of the world that we live in, then I suggest watching this video to find out how to do just that. So if you gained any value from this video, leave a like down below and consider subscribing. Leave any questions you have down below and I'll try to do my best to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.